Hi guys, welcome to today's video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. Today we're going to go through the Forex market outlook. We're going to highlight those currencies of interest for the week ahead. We're going to go through our major currency pairs and then pick out a couple of different pairs that we can possibly take a look at. So looking at the strength and weakness table like we do at the start of every week, we can see that the pound is actually the strongest currency of last week, changing a lot of trends on a lot of daily time frames, which is why the score is so big for the pound. So we're looking to potentially continue to buy the pound going into this week. The Australian dollar has lost some ground, and we're already in pound Aussie long, but it looks like that could potentially continue. So we'll go take another look at that. Kiwi is actually in a reversal zone in terms of the strength and weakness table, so we could start seeing a little bit of weakness creeping there on the side of things on the New Zealand dollar. US dollar also lost a bit of ground. You can see here the dollar index behind me. We can see that weekly chart just showing a bearish candlestick there. So the dollar's losing some ground, as well as the Swiss franc and yen. But I quite like the idea of pound Aussie, pound Kiwi. So we'll go take a look at those. But essentially looking for that pound potential strength to continue going into this week. And this is when I go through things, I'm going to explain why it's probably really good to continue to focus on cross pairs this week, because if we look at the dollar index for instance, we are still at this huge supporting zone through here. The market has bounced through here a number of times, and it's just failing to kind of really take out these lows. If we go into the daily time frame, we can see prices very much just really static. There's no real clear movement. Price came back down into this previous low through here, which is what we anticipated, but we started to get some bullish closes here and a lot of indecision. So I need to see something out of the US dollar. We need to start seeing some lower lows being formed or a breakout higher. So for me, the market is still in a consolidation phase between these 2 points. And we're either going to push back towards the highs this week, or we're going to break the lows and continue trend. So that's the key for us. Well, the key for us is, where is the trend forming? At the moment, there is no trend here. So there'll be no trend really on euro, despite it coming from an area of uptrend where we're getting higher highs and higher lows. The consolidation pattern here still doesn't fill me with much kind of opportunity to trade euro US dollar in particular. Same with pound, although pound does look a little bit cleaner in terms of we have kind of formed this higher high structure. So we could see an early little pullback in sort of around the 125 before seeing a continuation out of pound. Pound's the only one that's really starting to kind of gain a little bit of value across the board against some currencies of interest. Obviously, we're already in the pound Aussie long. That looks to continue this week. So yeah, like I said, we'll go jump on that as soon as. But Aussie's still very much in a consolidation pattern as well. I think a lot of these major currency pairs are. I just want to see some kind of breakouts. I just want to see some clarity in the markets, whether that be a breakout to the upside or a breakout to the downside. I don't mind. It's just I want to see that sort of clarity coming into it. I'd rather not be doing guesswork around these areas. Now, the strength and weakness table is suggesting that Aussie's getting weaker, but also the dollar is weak as well. That's why we're getting this consolidation pattern. So if we are to see sort of, the dollar gain value, then we should expect a break to the downside. If we're expecting the Australian dollar to lose value as well, we could see that break to the downside as well. So I'm favouring more of a breakout lower. But it's all really going to depend on what that US dollar is doing for this market. At the moment, we're in that consolidation. It's going to be better for us to wait for the breakout because then the direction is clear. And then we can look to trade these major currency pairs. Same with Kiwi. So we banked our position last week because price was really getting stuck at this previous high in here. Again, we're ranging from these 2 points. So are we going to get a break? Are we going to get a bounce again, yet to be decided. Lots of indecision here, so it could go either way. If you do get that close above, look for the pullback, look for the continuation. If we don't and price starts pulling back, you could look to either trade within the range or wait for the breakout to the downside. But ultimately, if you want to trade trend, you have to wait for the market to push to the upside or retest the supporting zone at the moment, because technically price is moving higher. It's just consolidating at the minute. Same with dollar CAD. Unfortunately, we got stopped out on this one, but price again, very similar patterns on these major currency pairs. That's why I really want to take a look at cross pairs, because a lot of these major currency pairs are in these consolidation patterns. And the only really one that's really kind of given us a little bit of joy, obviously we're CAD yen short at the moment, which is moving quite nicely. The pound really is the mover. So we can see here, we actually discussed this weekly chart last week, and the fact that price was at this supporting zone, it was giving us a bit of an indecision candle. The market is oversold on the RSI. Now we're starting to see that push to the upside. We've had a nice bullish close coming out of here. So looking for the market to push back to the upside. If we look at the daily time frame in here, look what we've got, a really nice change in cycle. The market formed a double bottom pattern at this support, broke to the upside. We've now formed a new high in here. So what I'm expecting is a pullback into this zone where we can look for secondary buying opportunities or add-in trades if the market does pull back on the 4-hour or 1-hour time frame on another sort of change in cycle pattern at this point for long opportunities. So pound Aussie looking very good. Pound Kiwi hasn't moved that much just yet. Again, very much like pound Aussie, we've had a nice weekly sort of bullish close. If I look left and just place a support line at the lows there, we can see that there was support here, here and here. We are again in that oversold condition, so we could see some upside to pound Kiwi this week. No changes in cycle on the daily time frame just yet. So what we would need to see is either again like a pound Aussie, a double bottom pattern, or a break of this swing high at the moment would be enough for me to start looking for buying opportunities on pound Kiwi. Pound CAD has started to, or sorry, pound Swiss, sorry, has started to push to the upside. We've got this really nice higher high pattern in here. Again, this will be very common on pound pairs now. We're starting to see some breakouts. So you just need to line up these areas of support and then trade whatever's cleanest. And what I mean by that is where the price action will be the most cleanest on the chart. So if, let's say, pound Swiss is here, it's giving us the right price action, but maybe pound Oz has pulled back to the zone and isn't giving us nice price action, I'd rather trade pound Swissy because it's giving us that right sort of momentum opportunity. Okay, so if price comes back into here, dive into that 4-hour time frame, look for those changes in cycle again and trade to the upside. Pound yen, so yen gained a little bit of strength, but pound yen still technically pushing higher. We had this double bottom again, rally, bit of a move down here, rally. Market is just testing that zone now and finding a little bit of support. So if I was to draw this kind of horizontal zone through here, go to that 4-hour time frame, what I'd want to start seeing from this is some kind of trades to the upside, as in some trend coming back to it. So if the market does drop further, I'd want to see maybe like a inverse head and shoulders or a double bottom, a breakout, and then when price comes back in, this is where I want to be buying the dip to the upside. So very much like here, when the market came double bottomed, you had a consolidation, it rallied, it pulled back, it rallied, it pulled back into the zone. So I'm looking for buys each of those times in there. The market then rallies again, pulls back, I'd be looking for buys in here as well on the dips. So I want to look for the exact same thing here on pound yen. Just to cover gold, because we spoke about gold last week, daily time frame or weekly should I say, pushing to the upside still, weekly still bullish. Daily, if we look at the daily time frame, we're in that uptrend. The market is still continuing to form higher highs and higher lows. I'm looking for a pullback into the previous structure highs for a continuation long. Okay, so what I'm going to be looking for really is price to dip back in do the exact same process. Look at the 4-hour time frame. Can the 4-hour start trending to the upside? Because at the moment we've got lower lows, lower highs being formed out of gold. Sorry. So I'm looking for higher highs to start forming in order to start looking to buy the market once again. I'm trying to show you that it's looking for the trends within trends. Looking for the trends to line up on separate time frames. Okay, so keep that in mind. For this week, very much focusing on pound pairs. Pound Oz to me is probably the best opportunity out there. So if we do get another pullback, could be another opportunity to get long. Obviously, we'll discuss other charts later in the week. Hope you have a great week trading. Thanks for watching. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, please feel free to drop a comment below. And subscribe if you want to see some more trading content. Thank you.